Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtian here, and I'm gonna run you through some test hands for my most recent DDD deck profile that I posted on the channel. Not sure when it's gonna be going up, so it may have been yesterday, it may have been 2 days ago, but if you guys want to go ahead and view on the channel, you guys will see my most recent DDD deck profile for you guys. Now, DDD is a deck that was primarily put in popularity by Pac himself, the man, the myth, the legend, but has since struggled to regain that success. Honestly, I think it's a really good deck. I think that once Cashier is out of the format, I think it'll be a lot better. Just because any Pendulum deck is just, I don't think it has a huge amount of viability right now because of Cashier being able to lock that one Pendulum zone and pretty much ruining the entire flow of the game for that one deck. But that is my current opinion on it. Honestly, is it something that's going to hinder me from playing the deck competitively? Yes, at the moment, yes, but I do still want to go ahead and prove to you guys that this deck can put up some insanely cool boards. So let's go ahead and get right into, guys, with our first test hand. Ash Blossom, DD Lamia, Small World, alright, and 1 for 1. Great. So we drew none of our starters in our opening hand, guys, but this is perfectly fine. Well, we did get the 1 for 1, so we are good to go with that. So actually, it's actually not a bad hand in the event that we that our 1 for 1 gets stopped. We still have Small World to go ahead and play off of, but I think the best course of action here would be to go ahead and start off with the 1 for 1. So we're going to activate 1 for 1, sending the DD Lamia to the graveyard in order to special a level 1 monster. In this case, we are going to special out the DD Savant Kepler. Okay, special summon defense, since we're just special summoning directly from our deck. So it's going to go to the graveyard, and then DD Savant Kepler effect is going to activate to allow us to search a Dark Contract from our deck. So we're going to get Dark Contract with the Gate from our deck. Now, Dark Contract with the Gate allows us to search whatever DD monster we want from our deck to our hands. We're going to activate Dark Contract with the Gate. You can put it here, doesn't matter, as long as you're not putting it in your Pendulum zones, you guys are going to be okay. So go ahead and leave it right there for now. Activate Dark Contract with the Gate to search. We're going to search out 1 copy of DD Griffin. So because we did have to start off with our Savant Kepler, that means that we will not have access to too much diversity with our Pendulum plays. We are going to have to go the more conservative route, but it's going to be okay, guys. So because we control DD monster, we're going to special summon Griffin, and we're going to link summon. We'll put those in our extra deck. We're going to link summon for DD Gilgamesh. Okay, now Gilgamesh effect is going to go ahead and activate to set 2 Pendulum Scales from our decks and decrease our life points by 1,000, which is going to be perfectly fine. So because we do have Savant Kepler in the extra deck right now, the 2 options we're going to go for are going to be Cerberus and Zero King Rage specifically, right? Because Zero King Rage is a 0 scale, which means we are going to still be able to Pendulum summon out the Savant Kepler, and then the Cerberus because it's going to allow us to make it a level 4 monster. So set scales as so. Now we still have this in our hand, the 2 Small Worlds and the 1 Ash Blossom, and now we get the Pendulum Summon, right? So special summon, Pendulum Summon the Kepler, and Pendulum Summon the Griffin. Now if you have a DD monster in your hand, you can go ahead and pitch it off Griffin's effect in order to draw, but we clearly do not have one, so that's perfectly fine. So here, after you Pendulum Summon, we're going to activate Cerberus effect, make Kepler level 4, and overlay into our not this one, DDD Wave King Caesar. Now this is just a stepping stone. We're not going to activate any type of effects of Wave King Caesar yet. We are actually going to rank up into DDD Marksman King Tell. No, King Tell is really good because it allows us to detach 1 and burn our opponent for 1,000 as long as we decrease one of our monsters' attack by 1,000. So you can decrease the King Tell effect, the King Tell's attack by 1,000 to burn your opponent for 1,000. Now you're both at 7,000 life points. So now we are going to start activating, not activating effects, but we are going to start comboing off a little bit more. So we're going to link these 2 off into another copy of the Gilgamesh. The reason we do this is because it allows us to activate the King Tell effect to send a DD card from our deck to the graveyard. So So we're gonna go ahead and send our DD Necro Slime to the grave. This is gonna allow us to fusion summon, which is gonna be awesome. So we're gonna have that. There we go. Let's see. So then what I wanna do is I'm gonna go ahead and activate the Necro Slime in the graveyard to banish itself, and we don't need the Kepler in the grave anymore, so we're gonna banish it as well in order to summon out our DDD Flame King Genghis. Okay, so now we have Flame King Genghis on the board, guys, so we are good to go with that. So what I want to do next is, let's see here, so we have a few routes that we can go. Essentially what we do want to do is we want to special summon the DDD Wave King Caesar with the Griffin, so we can go ahead and link those two off and get the effects of both of these two. So what I want to go ahead and do now is, let's see, we need a special summon. So in this case we can go Lamia effect to send one of our scales, since they're not that necessary anymore, right? So let me make sure. Okay, you can send one DD or Dark Contract card from your hand or face up on the field. Okay, cool. So we can actually go ahead and activate the Lamia to special summon herself, right? It's gonna give us a tuner, which is nice, but it's also going to allow us to activate DDD Flame King Genghis effect to get out our DDD Wave King Caesar. Okay, so now that we have this on board, we can actually go ahead and, oh, this is going to be banished when it leaves the field, I believe. Yeah, so we're going to link these two off into our third copy of Gilgamesh. Okay, so this allows us to do is to send the King Caesar to the grave, which is actually going to be great because we are then going to be able to search a Dark Contract. So we will go ahead and search out Dark Contract with the Swamp King. Okay. So we're going to activate Dark Contract with the Swamp King's effect. This is going to allow us to, oh, drop the card. Oop, that's an important one. Can't drop that one. So it's going to allow us to fusion summon. So if we are going to be fusion summoning a fiend fusion monster, we can use monster from our hand or field. But if we're going to be summoning a DDD fusion monster, you can also banish monsters from my graveyard as materials. So that's exactly what we're going to do here, guys. We're going to activate the effect to send away our, let's see, we actually don't need the Gilgamesh and the Kingtail anymore. So we can actually go ahead and banish these two to summon out our second copy of DDD Flame King Genghis. Now we can still go this route. Another route that we can go, so you can summon out the big guy to get an additional search, which is going to be nice, but I just like going this route a little bit better because this gives us access to our DDD Wave High King Caesar, which is nice, of course, and then we can just overlay the Deus Machinax on top of this, right? So now what we have on board is we have two takes with Deus Machinax, which is going to be nice. So we have Deus Machinax can go ahead and pop the contract with Swamp King in order to be able to equip an opponent's monster to it, which is nice. And what's great about that effect, guys, is that this is a once per chain effect, not a once per turn effect. So actually, because you're going to have two materials with it, you can actually detach two to then take another one of your opponent's monsters. So it's going to be huge, especially in the Castier matchup. And then DDD Wave King Caesar is going to be able to negate two special summons or cards or effects that would special summon a monster, and then buff up your Gilgamesh and Caesar by 1800 attack. Or you can go ahead and buff up your Deus Machinax, but it's in defense position because I don't want it to get hit with Lightning Storm, you know, just to play it safe. But you can also go ahead and summon this guy in attack position, boost these two by 1800. That way you have 4800 beater and a 4600 beater. And then King Caesar, again, it's not once per chain, so you can go ahead and do it again, which is ridiculous. And then you can go ahead and have two monsters with just ridiculous amount of attack. So that's actually going to be it for the first combo. Actually, let me go ahead and show you guys what the other route would have looked like. Oh, actually, no, we would have needed level 8. No, yeah, so that's the play. That is the correct play. And then you can see if you can get something off of Small World with your Ash Blossom, but I mean, having an Ash in hand is just really, really good regardless. So honestly, if we would not have drawn the 1-for-1, we could still go off with the Small World. But let's go ahead and get into test hand number 2. Alright guys, I am shuffling the deck for test hand number 2 here. Let's see what we draw in our opening hand, guys. Let's go ahead and draw 5. We have Copernicus, nice. We have the 1-for-1. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this back because we already know the combo with that. We have DD Cerberus, Griffin, and we have DD Swirl Slime. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it here and have it be like whatever. Because essentially, even though we do have that line, we do have DD Cerberus in our hand. Well, I guess in that case, we would just be able to go ahead and we could still go the 1-for-1 route and then put a Supreme King, Zero King Rage over here, and then you put a Griffin on this side. You activate the Griffin, it pops itself, and then you activate Cerberus from your hand. So you can still go that route, but let's go ahead and see what else we can do with this. Actually, I think we can do the Baron play, so let's go ahead and try that out. Okay guys, so with this hand, we can actually go ahead and activate the DD Swirl Slime to fuse with the Griffin in order to get out 1 copy of our Flame King Genghis. Next, we can go ahead and actually activate the Swirl Slime in our graveyard to special summon a DD monster from our hand. So we're going to use it to special summon out the DD Savant Copernicus. So we're going to activate the Copernicus. Copernicus is then going to send out a Necro Slime whenever we find it. There she is. We find the Necro Slime. So go ahead and send that to the grave. And then because we did special summon a monster, Genghis is then going to go ahead and activate as Chainlink 1. Or actually, we Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. So then you go ahead and special summon out the Griffin because you want to protect the Genghis in order to special summon the Griffin. Griffin's going to go ahead and activate because special summon it from the graveyard to add you a DD monster or DD card from your deck to your hand, in which case you're going to get DD Orthros from your deck to your hand. So now what we are going to be doing is, I'm messing up my shuffle here. Because we did not normal summon just yet, guys, we are going to normal summon our DD Orthros as our 4th summon. And then we are going to... I was about to say Link Summon. No, we are going to Synchro Summon for Bear on the Floor with our level 4 tuner and our level 6 non-tuner, and that is pretty much it. We already have 2 level 4s on board, so after this, we just go clean off, guys, fully protected with Bear on the Floor on our 5th summon. We go Gilgamesh, activate Gilgamesh effect. Now we are locked into DDDs. We actually go ahead and activate the Abyss King Ragnarok, and I do like to have the, where is it? Either DD Orthros or Thomas is kind of nice, but let's go ahead and put Orthros in the scale. What it's going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to pop a spell trap, which is going to be nice. Let's see. Okay, also it gives system some additional extenders down the line. Also, this is going to be extremely important because we already used up our Genghis special summon. This is going to be the additional special summon that we are going to need. Plus, we do have a Cerberus in hand in case you want to go that route. So we can actually go ahead and, well actually, if I go this way, okay, so if we put that, actually not that bad because then we should get to search a, okay, we're gonna activate 1-for-1 and I get rid of the Cerberus in order to special summon out our DD Savant Kepler. Savant Kepler is gonna go ahead and activate on special summon to search us out a copy of Dark Contract with the Gate. We're gonna activate Dark Contract with the Gate in order to search a DD card. So then we get to search whatever we want, which is cool. We'd actually go ahead and search out DD Vice Typhon, which is actually going to be really nice because we're going to get an additional draw as well. Also getting DD Vice Typhon in the grave, which is going to be fantastic for us. So we're actually going to go ahead and Pendulum Summon here, guys. So we are going to Pendulum Summon, let's see, go this route. We could Pen Summon for 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and special summon Griffin and the Orthros here. Okay, Griffin is then gonna go ahead and activate to discard and allow us to draw 1. Hey, we drew a Nibiru. That's nice. Now we got a hand trap, right? So then let's see. We can go this route. It's like this way or this way. Like, what do I want to do? Because with these, I can go ahead and synchro summon into Siegfried, which would be nice. But on the other hand, we can actually go ahead and activate the Abyss Ragnarok to get the Cerberus out here and then save that for a later time as well. It's kind of tough exactly to know what we are going to be doing here. We're actually going to go ahead and save this summon, and we're just going to go ahead and go the normal route, guys. We already have an Omni Negate on board, so there's no need to get too cute with it. We're actually going to go ahead and overlay, and it goes into the very similar play as before. We're going to activate the King Tail, detach the Griffin, burn our opponent, and then we can actually go ahead and link summon these two. Link these two away. Go into a Gilgamesh, activate the Marksman King Tail effect. In which we can actually go ahead and send the copy of Dark Contract of Patent License, right? So Dark Contract of Patent License is going to be fantastic because it lets us add a DD monster from our graveyard back to our hand, or one face of DD Pendulum monster from our extra deck back to the hand. So we're actually going to be choosing the graveyard. Okay, so we're going to be using the Contract of Patent License in order to get back the DD Orthros from our graveyard, because we can still go ahead and re-special summon him as long as we take damage, which is going to be really nice. So let's see where we can go from here. Alright guys, so we're going to activate DD Vice Typhon effect. We're going to fuse with the Cerberus in order to special summon out our big boy, the DDD Flame High King Genghis. And then because we did special summon, we're going to activate the... Actually, do I want to do that now? There's so many things I could definitely do. I just don't... I don't want to overextend myself. But I mean, at this point, we're definitely overextending, right? So let's go ahead and activate the Ragnarok effect to special summon. We're going to special summon out our Wave King Caesar. And then because we did special summon, we're going to activate the Flame High King Genghis effect to special summon back our Lil Genghis from the graveyard, because we are about to fusion summon again, guys. We're going to link these two off and go into our... and link into our third copy of Gilgamesh. Alright guys, so now we got a third copy of Gilgamesh, and we did just send the Caesar to the graveyard. We're actually going to be able to search out our copy of Dark Contract with the Swamp King to be able to activate, and this is going to allow us to fusion summon again from our graveyard. It's going to be absolutely amazing, guys. We're going to be able to do the whole shebang for you today. Probably be better to go ahead and summon this guy out here just so you don't have anything directly under your opponent's zone, but it is fine. I mean, what are the chances of you getting hit with Relinquished Anima right now? So let's see. Oh, I guess you could also go the Necro Slime route. Completely forgot we had that one in there, guys. But it's all good. So actually, that might actually come in handy. So we're actually going to go ahead and activate the Swamp King effects to fuse the Gilgamesh and the King Tail in our graveyard, because we can still get some use out of King Caesar, not so much out of King Tail, and we already have two Gilgamesh on board, so we don't really need it. We're going to go ahead and summon out our second copy, I should say, of the Lil Genghis, and then we will overlay into DDD Wave High King Caesar, which is going to give us two negations of special summons on our opponent's turn, or on any time actually. We're going to special summon out Deus Machinex over one of the Gilgamesh, and then actually we can, because it's only two DD monsters, we can continue to overextend and go the ultimate route, guys. We're going to go ahead and activate Necro Slime with the Griffin in our graveyard to go for DDD Oracle King D Arc. Now we have a full field, guys. It's absolutely crazy what you have here. So you have an Omni Negation on board. If this guy is destroyed by your opponent by battle or card effect, you'd actually go ahead and special summon any DDD monster. I believe it's just from the extra deck, or from special one DD monster from your extra deck or graveyard in defense position for free, which is crazy. Two negations. If my opponent wants to deal effect damage, we're regaining that. We have 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 takes with Deus Machinex, which is wild already. We have the Flame King Genghis, which is actually going to be able to do nothing on our opponent's board, but it does get us to negate spells and traps on our own turn. And we back that up with a Nib and an Orthros as well. So overall, this is a massive, massive board, guys, that we built with a crazy opening hand as well. Now I'm going to do one more for you guys, but if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments below. Let me go ahead and reset here. Alright guys, so we are out here shuffled up again. We're going to draw our third test hand of the video, guys. Start off with Copernicus again. Okay, that's interesting. One DD Vice Typhon. Okay, cool. One Orthros, one DD Swirl Slime, and two DD Swirl Slime. So with this, actually, so we don't have the Griffin in hand, so we can't go the full combo route with the Baron, but this is actually a really good opening hand, guys. So what this allows us to do is send the Typhon into the grave really early on, so that way we can go ahead and save it for a later fusion summon, but it is really good right off the bat. So first thing I want to go ahead and do, let's see, what is the first thing that we are gonna, because there's a lot of options with this opening hand. It's also nice to be able to go ahead and activate the Swirl Slime already, because then it means that Savant Copernicus does not have to be normal summon. It can just be special summon, which is of course very nice. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and activate this effect. I'm gonna activate Swirl Slime effect first. We're gonna activate Swirl Slime with the DD Vice Typhon to special summon out our DDD Flame King Genghis. Put that right there. Next, we are going to, let's see. I'm thinking here. We are going to activate the Swirl Slime effect, banish it to special summon our Savant Copernicus. We're going to activate the Copernicus effect to then dump one of our Necro Slime. There we go. So now we have two monsters that allow us to fusion summon from our graveyard in our graveyard. We're not activating the Genghis effect special summon just yet. We're gonna leave that as live for right now, guys. That we're pretty much fully set up for the entire turn just with this, which is ridiculous, right? Next, we're gonna normal summon out the Orthros. And what you can do right here is you can go into the Baron line, but there's no, it's not. Okay, so you can go into the Baron line, you can still go into Gilgamesh if you fusion summon, but you're using up a lot of resources right off the bat, and you're banishing your Gilgamesh in order to do so. So it's just not optimal. So I think the best route to go right here is just to keep it simple, guys, and go into the Gilgamesh right off the bat. And you can always special summon out your whatever you need right back, right? So you're gonna activate the Gilgamesh effect. Because we do have two level 4s, we are going to go the optimal route, and we are going to get, we don't need the Savant Thomas, but we do need the, where is it? There we go. And yeah, we can get another Orthros. Do play 2. There we go. Now we got the Orthros and the DDD Oblivion King Abyss Ragnarok. I don't know why I keep trying to say the full names, but yeah, it is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it right there, guys. So now we can go ahead and start pendulum summoning. So we're gonna pendulum summon out for 2. Okay. So Orthros does nothing. We don't have a we don't have a Griffin, which would be really nice because then we can go ahead and actually pitch this. But this is nice follow up, so we'll go ahead and leave it as is. So from here on in, we actually go ahead and do the typical line as well with the DDDs. We're gonna go ahead and go for King Caesar, go for King Tell, activate King Tell effect, burn for 1,000, so now we're even. Okay, next we are going to link. We're going to link into our Gilgamesh. Because this special summon, activate the DDD Flame King Genghis effect. Oh wait, sorry. First of all, we gotta activate the King Tell effect, chain link 1, chain link 2, the Genghis. So King Tell is going to be able to send, let's see, send the Griffin, because then we actually go ahead and special summon out the Griffin, which allows us to search a DDD card, which is nice. So we're gonna go ahead and activate the effect of the Genghis to special summon out the Griffin. No, we're gonna activate Genghis effect to special summon out the King Caesar. There we go. Correct lines. And then because it's down in a grave, because we just special summon a DDD monster, activate the effect of Oblivion Abyss King Ragnarok to special summon another one from our graveyard. The special summon DD Griffin. Activate DD Griffin's effect to search for a DD card. We're actually in this event going to be searching out DDD Headhunt for the first time in this video. A ridiculously good card that allows you to take control of an opponent's monster as long as you control a DDD monster. And if you took a extra deck DDD monster, it then gets converted into a DDD card. I know I'm saying that a lot. If it's confusing, let me know in the comments. I'll help you guys out. So then we can actually go ahead and get rid of these two and make, what are we gonna make? We are going to, actually we can go into another Gilgamesh. All right, we're gonna go into another Gilgamesh just to send that away. So we can go ahead and search out later on. Actually, you're gonna do it right now. Activate the DDD Wave King Caesar effect. We are searching out our Dark Contract. We are gonna search out Swamp King. Activate Swamp King effect. Activate the card and then activate the effect, I should say, and that is going to allow us to fusion summon for our, let's see, we're gonna get rid of the Copernicus and the Gilgamesh that we just don't need anymore. Send those away. That is going to get us, guys, our DDD Lil Genghis again. Awesome. So let's see, now what can we do to overextend? Let's see, now we get to theory craft in here, right? Okay, so what we can do is we can overlay these two, right? We can go into DDD Wave High King Caesar, of course. What we can do as well is we can actually go ahead and activate DD Vice Typhon and fuse it with the King Tell in our graveyard in order to go into our DDD Flame High King Genghis, which isn't definitely not a bad option to have. We can also go into the DDD Oro King the Arc or both, because we do still have the Necro Slime in the graveyard. So it's definitely something we can definitely do. And then what we can do after that as well is to be able to special summon out, because we do still have the High King Genghis effect, we can special summon out a Caesar or Orthros, but that doesn't really give us too much advantage. So I think the best course of action right here is actually to fusion summon using the Necro Slime, because in that case you can just go ahead and summon out the Arc to protect you from any effect damage, and then just slap a Deus Machinex on top of the Gilgamesh, and then you're all set up to have 2 takes, 3 takes actually with the DDD Headhunt as well. You are more than covered and good to go. Your opponent's at 7,000, you're at 6,000 life points right now, so you have the 2 negations, special summon from wherever, you have protection from effect damage, which really comes in clutch against like Sword Soul, which is going to be really, really annoying as well to go ahead and have to deal with, especially in time, especially because you're already burning yourself, right? So this is going to be really, really clutch, especially if this lives, because then next turn you're going to be gaining 1,000 life points instead of taking it, so that's going to be really nice as well. And then you have your 2 takes, of course, 3 takes with the DDD Headhunt. So that is actually going to be it for the test hand video for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Honestly, I think this deck is really, really slept on. I think this deck can make some ridiculously cool boards, and it's honestly, it's an anime deck, so you know it's definitely bound to get new support sooner rather than later. They're never going to stop supporting anime decks, so it's a safe bet to go into. It's extremely, extremely affordable as well, and a lot of fun, especially if you're coming into the game and want to learn every single summoning mechanic. This deck literally has all of them, as you can see from the anime and as you can see from the test hands as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts on this deck. Is DDD still viable? Let me know if you guys disagree with me in the comment section down below, guys. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.